Good evening, and welcome to Damage Does D&D. Tonight, it's Tuesday, it's Helloran Rising. So, the last we were here, Ambrado was allowed to teleport himself back to his home in the forest of Fandria. Didn't ask to be decursed, which was possibly a mistake, but that seems to be a him problem rather than a you problem. You also extracted a promise he would not attach himself to another lich and go on another bender. This he duly agreed to. Celeste dons the bracelet that you found in Dar on Ambrado's information, and you all, she uses it to open a gate, thinking of first her sister, and then her mother. Reuniting with both in emotional scenes, with Ella being slightly afraid and not trusting the party as she saw Celeste and Lork come and take her mother away. This is explained that it was not actually Celeste but Ambrado in disguise. She agrees to come with you to go and find your mother. So you do that as well, back into the hot, dry lands that you'd been to before. You find Shill, minus a hand, of course, which you knew about, and her eyes, which you hadn't known about. Ferenz and Yorick offer to tag team Shill, which Celeste then gets involved with, making it a family affair, as you pump the restoration spell to regrow Shill's hand and eyes, and rolling just higher than the fairly low, I must admit, set DM's DC. You managed to restore her sight to her, for which she is incredibly grateful. Celeste tells both Shill and Ella about Tuvel, and amongst other tales, the fate of Lork, which goes down okay-ish with Shill. She would prefer that she saw vengeance, but admits that a Chaos Lord is probably a good plan in the end. With the Celeste goals for the bracelet over, she tries to take it off. Unfortunately, it won't come off, it being a cursed item. She then uses it to return once more to Daghold, this time thinking of Sybil. As you appear seemingly 3 minutes after you'd left in the kitchen of Scalebane Manor, where you are all, including Shill and Ella, offered a breakfast beer. And breakfast beers are had all round. Sybil makes everybody very welcome. And the day is set up. After a brief rest, Shill discovers, on talking to the group, that Trenador is warden of the Forest of Drummond, and whilst upbraiding him for his somewhat lack of respect to an elder elf, gets an agreement to educate him about the ways of forestry, forest management, and being a warden of the forest in general. Telling him this will take but a blink of an eye, she drags him off to a side room for 5 or 6 hours and talks at him, which obviously he absolutely loved, giving him advantage on all future roles to engage with the forest via nature checks and so on.
So now he's officially a tree hugger.
Absolutely.
Not that I've rolled one single nature check in the whole campaign.
Well, guess what? It's time. So, the bracelet still will not come off of Celeste. As Melissa tries to remove it by force, this doesn't work. Various other methods are tried. You'll decide to take a rest. The next day, again, methods are tried, but Celeste manages to take it off. The bracelet having changed its mind, and as she hands it to Melissa pockets said bracelet. We move on to the day Yorick decides that he approaches Sybil to try and establish or explain his wants of establishing or re-establishing the Temple of Reorx in the city and perhaps beyond. But a start in the city would be good. And she obviously informs him that there cannot be a Scalebane in charge of more than one institution in the city. And as she is currently head of the council, she offers to resign to allow Yorick to take his rightful place at the head of the church. This goes down mixed with the council, who are obviously loving having Sybil in charge, but they see the reasoning behind it and give their go-ahead for Yorick to speak to the church, and he does so, finding one Tezel Fohammer, the official sweeper up and de facto head of the church, being he's the only one left. He offers Yorick a broom, and they sweep up, having a talk about the church and what it means. And Reorx appears in Yorick's head, asking him to just step outside with Tizzle if they would. As they step outside, a portal opens top of the sky, or the top of the city, and 3 enormous dragons fire out of it. Worried at first, but there's an emerald dragon, a black dragon, and a ginger dragon, as Gus achieves his final form, the ginger dragon of Darkhold. Trying desperately to knock Yorick over with his mighty wingspan, and failing, Gus lands and is very excited about everything, obviously, and goes off to tell Sybil all about his, well, not all about, but some details of his honeymoon. Yorick then explores his new temple, and Tezel proclaims him, using an ancient piece of parchment that he gets from somewhere, that Yorick is now the new head of the church, and gives him the parchment for if he ever needs to hand it over, an especially important piece of paper. The following days, weeks, months, the church begins to build back up. There are conversations with the council about recruiting. There are public announcements. There is a sort of flow, a trickle at first, of young dwarves wanting to be just like Yorick and joining the church. Some succeed, some don't, and are gently turned away by Tezel and Yorick, as throughout the weeks and months the church builds itself back up slowly from, as Tezel would say, a clean slate, a clean base. So we pick it up with Melissa going to the temple to ask Yorick for a piece of smithing. So, Melissa, Yorick, this is where we pick up.
Sorry. It's good to see you're settling in well. Is it High Priest or what's the High Priest? Right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check on the right title.
You can still call me Yorick then.
I think I shall. Well, Mr. Yorick, I have come to ask your commission, as it were. Have a couple of things made before we all start heading off in our own directions?
My hands are yours.
Well, I'd like a proper symbol of Remora. If that's okay for you to make, I don't know.
Yeah.
And this may
I mean,
sound
I
a little...
might burst into fire, but you know, at least I think
I feel like
Remora
that
would look
wouldn't...
after me then.
It wouldn't be much problem for you. But the only other thing would be a shovel.
You're
Preferably
right,
one
I'm
that...
immune to fire now. Sorry, a shovel.
Yeah, a shovel. One that wouldn't really blunt would be ideal, but I know that's...
A blunt shovel.
No, one that isn't. Just a very good shovel. That's why I've come to you.
Sure. Why?
It's been thinking about what I'm going to be doing once all of us are organized. I mean, Celeste has a family back. You and Gus is settled in here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about heading to Larkham and trying to do good with what Remora's given me.
Okay. That all sounds good, but I don't see what a shovel has to do with it.
Oh, I suppose.
I mean, it's
In-
just for like shifting dirt and stuff.
in human cultures, we bury our dead.
Oh, okay.
I suppose I hadn't thought about it.
That's
How
all.
dwarves
So
would
can
go
you do
about it.
that down here?
No, I'm just thinking it would be quite difficult.
Cremation's all the way for us.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
fire, forge. Also, not leaving skeletons around your workplace.
We can be a bit sentimental, if you couldn't tell.
Okay, right, yeah. So you're gonna bury people.
Yeah, do the last rites, comfort those of lost folks.
Sounds good. Worthy task for one is yourself. Of course, I can make you the best damn shovel you've ever seen.
That would be wonderful, Yarick.
Would you like me to engrave it with a symbol of Remora too?
That would be, I think, ideal, actually. Thank you.
No problem. I'll get on that.
Okay. So, it doesn't take you very long to make a shovel and engrave it with the symbol of Remora. Just give me a quick religion check, if you wouldn't mind. With advantage, as you are now, High Priest.
Sure. 22.
22. Nice. As you're engraving this symbol, there's a sort of presence you feel at your shoulder. And being a master smith, you don't look over your shoulder when you're working. You're working. And this voice says, "Aye, good lad. It's good to see the smiths of the orcs making tools for the other gods. It's how it's meant to be." As Reorcs,
Yeah.
you feel the heat of the forge behind you as well as in front of you.
I didn't think you'd have a problem with it, but good to
Aye,
get your approval.
good lad. Hey, no, concentrate. You'll miss that bit. Come on. You haven't missed anything. He's just being picky. He laughs and disappears. Yeah, I'd say that's very easy for you to do. Shovel the what's this symbol of Remora you're wanting, Melissa? What sort of thing is it?
Hmm, that's a good question.
Because I'm going to say, as fine a smith as Yorick is, his skill is in weaponry, shields, tools.
I think the having the symbol on the shovel would be better than just a regular
Sure.
like holy symbol.
Okay. Yep, that's fine.
This is mostly thinking of, well, I need something that represents my position, my role, that isn't a great big bloody scythe. So
That's fair.
we use that for weekends.
Yeah. So, the only other things we were going to resolve from last time would be Celeste's family, where they wanted to settle. And I believe there was talk of going to Drummond, but obviously
Indeed.
you will have to
After
ask the Warden of the Forest of Drummond if that's a thing that can happen.
Hello, Calador.
That's my name.
I know we haven't always seen eye to eye on various things, but I appreciate all the help that you've given over the time that we've all been together, and I know that in some ways we wouldn't have made it without every single one of us, and that includes you.
What do you want?
I'm looking to find somewhere for myself and my mother and sister to settle. I do not want to go back to our forests, but we're hoping we could make a home in yours.
Don't see why not. It's a big place. You might have to deal with my sister, though.
Well, I was hoping to maybe bring some other druids to the grove at some point and have them learning and helping.
Just to clarify, this isn't some sort of takeover. You are aware it is my forest.
Absolutely.
So, bringing all these other druids.
I mean, bringing them up, helping your people maybe become stronger. If any are so inclined to want to do so.
Well, I guess it can't hurt. And I suppose it will keep you busy.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your generousness.
Yeah, this buttering up doesn't work.
Thank you.
I assume you can get there because it's full of trees and you have this strange tree port thing you do.
Absolutely.
Well, make sure to check in with my sister when you get there.
Would you like me to pass on a message to her?
No, it's okay. Just make sure she's still alive. I will contact her shortly, but maybe do that speech you just gave to me about the grove and wanting to better my people, and just see what reaction she has.
As you wish.
I'm sure it'll go very well.
I'm sure it will.
Okay, so you are heading to the Forest of Drummond. I mean, there are no trees in Daghold. I'm sure I've said this before. You will have to go out into the mountains quite a ways to find a tree to use. So
We did do that before, though, didn't we? When we travelled before, we went out, we found a suitable tree and used no,
That was
Oh, no.
not from
teleported us.
here.
but we didn't. That's
No.
We
what I
talked
think.
for ages and then just used the Melissa's teleport thing.
In my head.
Yeah, Melissa just teleported you places. So, okay. So, is anybody else going with Celeste, or is it just Celeste and her family?
Oh god, no, I'm not going back to the forest, not just yet.
Okay. So, you find a suitable tree. Takes you a while. Obviously, you make your way out of Daghold. You find there's sort of scraggly trees that live up in the mountains. There's not very many. There are a few. And
Can I start planting a tree? So if I ever want to come back, it's easier? And try and put some of my powers into the grounds to help it grow?
inside Daghold, or
Not necessarily inside, but not too far from the going in.
sure. Give me a quick nature check.
You taking
See,
that
this
down?
is where I could do with the assistance of the head of the grove. Because, you know, those pesky nature checks.
Yeah, my advantage on +0.
Still advantage.
18.
18. Yeah, it takes you a while, but the ground here is not really conducive to growing trees. So yeah, I'll
Well, it
say
doesn't have to necessarily be a tree, but something that would be big enough to make a portal to connect.
it would have to be a tree. That's how it works.
Well, I didn't know if it could be like a cactus or, you know, because you can get some
Bonsai.
pretty cactuses.
Yeah, I'm not sure a cactus would thrive up here either. It's very rocky terrain. It'd probably get too cold for a cactus. So yeah, I mean you can start a tree growing for sure. Whether it will take, who knows? You would probably have to tell someone to tend to it for a while until it takes properly.
I'd probably mention it to Gus before I left, because, you know, out of all the dwarves, he's possibly the one closest to nature, because, you know, he's married to a dragon.
He is a dragon.
I am the clever
Well,
one.
he is a dragon as well now, yeah.
He has an ale breath weapon.
Okay, so forgive me if I misheard or just imagined it. Did Trelador give you express permission to enter the Forest of Drummond?
I don't think I used those words, but
Okay,
it was implied.
Okay, because there are magical wards set on the forest.
Yeah, I forgot about those, so I guess you'll find out.
Yeah. Okay, so you try and find a tree in or near the Forest of Drummond. You find one. The three of you step through, and you are not in the forest, but outside it, as the magical warding prevents magical entry into the forest from those that are not part of the forest, if you know what I mean. If Trelador had given you express permission to enter the forest like that, then maybe it would have worked a bit better, but it's a short walk. You can walk up to the edge of the forest.
I think it would probably work out better anyway, because it sort of gives my mother and sister sort of time to sort of get to know the area.
And as you're walking up, you can see that the forest, the last time you were here, it was devastated. There were so many trees felled, the earth was all uprooted because of the dragon that had erupted from underneath it. You see the edge of the forest looks like an enormous forest. It looks like when you first encountered it. But that surely can't be. Make an Arcana check, please.
22.
22. Yeah, this isn't real. There are some real trees there, but the majority of this is illusory to give the illusion. Whilst there are saplings, they're sort of cloaked in this bigger version of themselves, about how the elves would like them to grow into, all along the borders of the forest. And you see, standing there, Trellador's sister. As she steps out.
His name I've forgotten in real life, but I'm sure Celeste would remember.
I've forgotten which one's dead and which one's not. Hold on. Mainus, isn't it?
It was the younger, I think,
Oh no,
of the two.
yeah, Calensis was the one
Calensis.
still alive.
Yeah, the one that was the mage, but decided to help you as you delegated to her.
I delegated.
Yeah. So as Calensis steps out of the forest, you can, with your passive perception, you can sense, not see, but sense other elves around. She steps forward. Ah, Celeste! How nice to see you. And ladies, she
My mum.
bows deeply to your mother. Before even knowing who she is, she bows deeply. And bows to Ella as well. We are honoured. 3 elder elves for the Forest of Drummond. Unfortunately, my brother is not here to welcome you into the forest, but I hope I can.
I think even if your brother were here, he wouldn't be, technically speaking, welcome, but he did give his permission for us to be here, at least.
Yes, well, he's, excuse me, a bit of an idiot. He has to return at some point. The forest needs him. So there will be things that he needs to do, as I'm sure you're aware, as elder elves of. And your mother goes, yes, I have attempted to enlighten young Trellador about forest husbandry and the ways of the warden. He is, well, he's not stupid, but he is resistant to learning, which is odd. I've not quite encountered anything quite so stubborn in the things that he doesn't want to know. It's
Trellador doesn't
astonishing.
like words. Doesn't like listening to anything for more than a moment unless it involves himself.
I think young Trellador needs to remember he's an elf and slow down and literally smell the forest.
Well, there was a brief period where he dabbled in being a dwarf, but
Wow.
it didn't really work out for him.
Closer goes, well, enough of my brother. I'm sure he's doing something.
He said he would contact you soon.
Did he? Every time I message him, he ignores me. So,
I asked if he wanted me to pass on a message from him, and he just said no, but tell her I'll be contacting her soon.
right, okay. Well, that's Trellador, I suppose. So do enter the forest and make yourselves at home. You are, of course, welcome to stay as long as you wish, as long as you need. Enjoy the bounties of the forest. We are regrowing. I'm sure you've told your mother, sister, about the damage that was done, unintentionally, of course.
Most unfortunate, but unfortunate. Yes.
But we are rebuilding. Some of the greater trees have survived, and we've made our bases there. And of course, you are welcome to use any powers that you have to assist in the growing of the forest. And
We were hoping to make this our new home.
Absolutely, it would be an honour. Do make yourselves a home. Pick a few trees that strike your fancy? If nobody has claimed them, then what's ours is yours.
I'm most grateful. Thank you.
You can tell that Calenza's changed somewhat since you last saw her. She seems to have calmed, slowed, whereas before she was like a bag of nerves and would be talking very fast. She still talks fast on occasion, but she's slowed somewhat and she's more thoughtful. And you make an insight check.
Can I renounce her from across the world?
No.
17.
17. Yeah, you think it's the influence of being in the forest has made her, as she's acting as warden in Trenador's stead, it's made her, she has more of an affinity with the forest now. So its feelings, she's had to slow down to listen to it, to the beat of the heart of the forest. And she looks good on it.
I feel the forest is doing you good, Calenza.
Thank you. I am enjoying my stewardship. I think, on the whole, I'd like to get back to studying the arcane, but until Trenador returns, I am happy to wait and help to regrow everything. Hopefully he'll be along soon and can benefit from being in the forest once more.
If it's okay with you as warden at the moment, I was hoping to see if there was any elves that wanted to perhaps learn the ways of the druid. I would be willing to become a teacher.
Of course, we always have room for more knowledge, especially those of the more knowledge of nature. There are, of course, druids throughout the forest. I'm sure one of them or more will make themselves known to you at some point, but as an elder elf you should have no problems in getting students. So yes, please help yourselves, and if there's anything I can do for you, please just let me know. And she shows you into the forests and the trees that have survived, the gathering places that are new, and generally helps you guys get settled in. And yeah, over the coming weeks and months you find elves that wish to learn from all three of you, and yeah, I think you find a happy home here in the forest. Do you stay or do you go back to the group? It's up
I'll
to you. You don't have to
stay.
go back.
But if anyone needs me, they know that they can contact me
Okay.
at any.
So, with Celeste and her family settled in the forest, we return once more to Daghold. And who would like to start the journey? I know Melissa started on a path. Is there anything anybody else would like to do before we start down that path? Is there any, Gus, is there anything you would like to talk about, say? You've been in the Feywild for several years and you've come back about a week later. It's very weird.
I'm absolutely happy. I've got my wife and my daughter, and I'm now the ginger dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The
Sybil
dragon
does mention that more grandchildren would be a very good thing, if you don't mind. Thank you very much indeed.
And I'll just answer by saying, I'm trying very hard, Ma.
Right, well, make sure you do. I want lots of little ones.
And I'll sort of blush a bit, turn around and walk away.
Sybil just looks at Dale and goes, Douglas. So we know what Gus is up to. Fair enough. making babies. So, anyone else want to do anything? Or shall we?
I'm still calendar dependent, so. And I don't know where Mia is since she didn't go in the last escapade, apparently.
No, you have. What did you do? Let's find out.
Depending on the time of year, it could affect off to Midwoods.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. It's a bit of a journey. You are offered some transportation. I think one of the dwarven wizards would have tried to teleport you as close as they could to the Midwoods, not knowing its exact location. Roll me a d20.
Sure. Just random d20.
Yep.
$13.
13. Yeah, so you arrive on a riverbank facing the Midwoods. It's about a mile away, so not too bad for a first attempt at
And
the
enough, yeah.
wizard. So you are welcome to walk up to the Midwood. As you do, you can see traces of recent caravan tracks coming into the Midwood.
Timing.
As you walk in, you are greeted by various people that you know. Saying, Madame Miette, you have returned, but where is your caravan?
It is in here where you've been minding it.
No, the people. Your people.
They're adventuring.
Without their leader?
Oh yes, this way we can maximize the mischief. They are all off doing their own tasks.
Madame, you think of the most exciting things. Which is, I guess, why you are Madame and I am not yet.
We'll get there soon.
I will certainly try. So, you make your way into... Who are you looking for in particular, if anyone?
I have Menhill
Menhill.
and Darcy.
Darcy, okay. So, asking about you are fairly swiftly directed to Menhill and Darcy's caravan. Menhill comes running at you, gives you a huge hug, as does Darcy behind her, picks the pair of you up, pops you back down. So, Darcy's, Menhill's, so, Miette! It's so wonderful to see you, but hey, come, sit, drink. We will have a story. I'm sure you have many to tell.
Oh no, on your short one, we saved the world.
You sorry, what? You saved
we
the world?
saved the world. Yeah.
You have to
I
tell
think
me
there
the
are any more
details.
stories to tell after this. I shall just have to drink and listen to other stories.
Okay. Well, there are many stories to tell. There are, we went north. We went to the gather place behind the Rot Marshes, you know? We haven't been up there for many years, but we found the sites were the same. Everything was as we left it, which is good. We saw there are creatures that walk on two legs, but their legs are huge, and their body is suspended between them. And their eyes are big as dinner plates. They have long hooked fangs like this, like you remember Jacques? His moustache, teeth like
I do.
that, teeth like that.
So you're certain Jack was not involved in the making of them?
Well, who knows with Jacques? He is a player. But anyway, these creatures, their heads swung low between their legs. The fangs were dripping with ichor, and they had many tiny arms that shot out of their upper thighs. We escaped barely with the skins on our backs. The caravan, huge scratches down as their toes dug in as we fled. But luckily Darcy was on hand, flinging daggers and seeing them off. We killed maybe 3 of them before we escaped from the mad rush of the pack.
So we may no longer travel north? Is it too dangerous?
Well, no, we could just go again.
Yes,
It's a
I
story,
think that's
right?
a good. Oh yes, good way to scare the kittens.
Well, exactly. It was fun. It made our journey from the north back to the south interesting, exciting. And we may have exaggerated a little bit.
I was thinking that your caravan does not look very scratched.
We have it repaired,
Of course, yes, a mistake.
obviously.
Yeah.
No, we were attacked, but it was very small creatures, not big. I made the rest up. It was good, no?
It was very good. I'm very impressed.
I had you going there for a moment, I'm sure.
Very much so.
So, I'm sure it was nothing compared to you saving the world. You need to tell me how you did this.
Oh, we shall have to sit down and have a drink, and I can tell all about how I found the tablet which had the agreement from the gods and the dragons and the devils, and how I negotiated that they would agree to this contract again.
Madame Miette, you are so clever. I look up to you so much.
And yet, it's light to rotation. Every fundamental part that everyone else played was suddenly Miette in the starring role.
Yeah, we would have it no other way. So, as you sit and drink and tell these stories to Miette and Darcy, others gather, hearing possibly one of the great tales is being told. The tales that get told over and over of huge daring and great deeds that are based somewhat in fact.
Somewhat.
So, is there anything else you would like to achieve after you have told your great tale and the drinking and the other things happen?
Well, I'd want to check in on the other elder madames and LFL if she's taking visitors.
Sure.
Ellen,
Was that her name? Hang on a second. Let me just do a quick.
I've never pronounced it correctly. I know that much.
Let me have a look. One second.
I'd hope you'd also want to check on my beer, but still bring away in the cab.
Shame on you for not coming with me to check on your own beer.
Yeah, well, Gus was on honeymoon.
For a week.
Yeah. So, Elanth was her
Elanth.
name. Yeah, I mean, you go to who is it? You can, as a madame yourself, you can go to any of the other madames to ask, and I would suggest probably Madame Carfenon is probably the best one. She greets you as ever with her boy toys scattered around her caravan,
God, I love her.
her camp place. Madame Miette, it's so good to see you again.
Madame Carfenon, how very good.
The days, they get longer. The nights get so short when you get as old as me. You know, we don't sleep as much. I get
I
up
know.
early, I stay up late, and yet, still, she sort of puts a hand on one of her boy toys. Still, they keep me entertained, no?
That is, I would hate to think of you bored.
I think to be bored must be possibly the most astonishing punishment ever.
So I would imagine.
Yes, yes. Anyway, so I hear you are now the savior of the entire world.
Yes, all of it. Even the lands outside of Helloran.
Yes. The lands outside of Helloran. This is a good one. I like this one. This is very good.
I'm going to
I-
assume I've either copied a map from Florian or I've straight up borrowed Florian's map.
Ooh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Give me. Let me just grab his sheet. Give me a sleight of hand check to have stolen.
Borrowed.
Sorry, borrowed. The map.
23.
23. Let me just grab quickly his. See, I'm so well organised, me. I had
Well,
everything
you
open
know
at my
that wasn't
fingertips, you know?
I mean, it'd be funnier if he was here.
It would, wouldn't it? He did say he would be here about 8:15-ish.
Like
So-
Florian wakes up and he's left with nothing but the shirt on his back.
I mean, could
And a
be.
note from Yet saying you'll get it back later.
He's a monk. He doesn't wear a shirt.
That's going to be embarrassing. Wake up then.
Yep.
There's just not just the shirt on his back. There's an IOU in Miette's handwriting.
So his passive perception is 13. So yeah, he's not gonna notice as you pull out this beautifully drawn map that Florian has drawn. I mean, you can claim it as your own drawing if you wish. It's fine, entirely fine.
I borrowed this from the handsome human, the one that was always helping you when we were here last.
Oh yeah. Oh, the quick one, the one that liked
Yes.
to hide.
That is the one.
Did you bring him?
No, I'm sorry. I am on my own this time.
Shame. He was quite nice. I quite like to.
I will bring him back for a visit. I do promise that. I could never disappoint you.
Madame Miette, you have always been one of my favorites. Especially with your love of these beautiful creatures that you bring. And this is, and she she has some like half moon spectacles that she sort of pulls out of her pocket and just puts on. This is beautiful. This is. But wait, this is.
The
Interesting.
Helloran is up here, this small island on the right.
This is crazy. How did you? No, this must be
We
imagination.
travelled over here to this icy bit, and then we
Right.
travelled up here and we travelled down to find the dragons.
Right. This
There's
is.
that more to this world.
Huh. Then I think we need to. Spread the word. We need to.
Yes.
There are many stories out there. If this is true, then
This is true.
we
I swear on the soul of my grandmother.
not a light promise.
Nope.
Indeed. Okay. So we need to find a way to get to these other places, so we can spread stories and learn new stories.
I have already begun speaking with the treading waters. They mostly just have experience in the waterways and the rivers, but I'm hoping that some of them will be brave enough to start crossing the seas. And that will be one route for us.
That would be great. I think that is a very good idea. We must heal the rift between us and treading waters.
Yes.
This would be a perfect way to do it.
I
Especially
think so.
as they are vulnerable right now. We must help them in their
That's why I do
time
not want
of
to abandon.
need. Aha!
He's arrived just in time to find the IOU.
Indeed.
Not another cat.
Florian, you have a small piece of parchment that says, I owe you one map. Yet.
Okay.
As she has borrowed the map to take back to the Midwood to show everyone. So,
Okay.
anyway, as we were saying,
We should make copies of this and try and distribute it to the other caravans.
absolutely. Here. Brel, come. Yet this is Brel. This smaller male tabaxi comes over. He's very pretty, but he's got a very delicate bone. You suspect he was maybe one of the smaller kits in his litter, perhaps the smallest.
Aww.
And he looks at them. This is very good. I can make a copy.
As many as you can, please.
Of course. He sort of takes it from you gently and sort of scampers back into the caravan. Madam Gavros. So this boy, he's quite new to my caravan, but he's very skilled in the drawing and the other ways with his paws are very good. The skills of the small, as they say.
I can't find a way to say this in character, but paint me like one of your French cats.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So, you have come telling tales and bringing new information about the world.
A whole new world of stories to learn and share.
Exactly. You are. You prove once more, Madame Yet, you are a boon to us. To the Wandering Gusts, you are possibly even a future matriarch of the whole clan.
Speaking of such,
Now we see.
do you have any recommendations?
Well, my recommendation would be to continue doing what you're doing.
Oh, I do, but Darcy and Minnie Hill will not have kittens without some help.
This is true. I could lend them a boy or two.
Mm,
I'm not
I
sure
thought-
they would like that, but you know.
yes, that is the thing. I thought perhaps I could assist them. You could lend me a boy or two.
Yet, take your pick. Whoever you wish from my caravan, and I'm sure any other caravan would be more than happy to assist you in your new mission. But remember, missions should always be fun, no?
Oh, yes, very much so. That is why I came to you first.
You know me too well.
You are always known to have the first pick and the best example.
What can I say? I still got it.
I will raise a glass to her. I presume we're drinking something. We'll have this conversation.
Absolutely. Why would you
I was
not?
like, and may you never lose it.
One day, perhaps, but until then, I will enjoy it. So you drink on into the evening and take your pick of whoever you wish. to join you in an evening, a night of, well,
Traditional entertainment.
Traditional entertainment. Indoor entertainment. Well, outdoor as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Depends on what you're into. Or out of.
Against doors as well sometimes.
Yeah, apparently.
So I hear.
Depends, and if the door's particularly weak on its hinges, on doors. Who knows? So, we will gloss over that because, whilst we are an adult-orientated channel, we're not that adult-orientated, okay?
No. Let us keep the PG rating.
Exactly. So, you can spend a night, some nights, however long you wish.
However long the gathering is. Usually a couple of weeks.
Usually a couple of weeks. So, yeah, you spend the time regaling others with tales, hearing the tales of the travels of the wandering gusts over the past however long it is you've been away from them.
Check how many more we've lost.
Not very many, to be honest.
That's good.
In fact, when doing a account, Madame Carfanon tells you that nobody has been lost since last you were here. Travel has been dangerous, yes, but
it always is.
It always is, always was, and yeah, everybody has survived to this gathering. And she also tells you this will be the last gathering here because the world is safer. So the gatherings can take place at the gather spots again. Up north, over in the west. Anywhere that you choose to go to a gathering, it will happen. The rotation of the gathering spots will take place once more, as the world has been deemed safe enough for those to happen. The threat having been cancelled out by some heroes, led by the ferocious Madame Miette. So, at the end of the 2 weeks, you are approached by Brel. She says, Madame Miette, I have your maps. I have your original one, and then he produces these beautiful copies that he's made.
Oh, these are most excellent work.
He says, I took the liberty of keeping one, if that is not too much to ask.
No, of course, this is what we need to do. I will need to return the original to my friend, but the others should be distributed among the other caravans.
I can do that.
Wish to travel.
I can do that.
Yes, please do.
He sort of gathers them up, takes them round to all of the caravans. There is a great.
We'll actually get the original back.
Yes. Well.
Okay.
Well.
Not saying that he would deliberately steal, but it would be a very tabaxi way to go. You have a version of the map back. That's good enough.
Make a. Let's see. What would you make? Let's make a perception check, or perception, or what else could it be? No, we'll go with perception. And
23.
You're confident this is the original. Whether it is or not, you don't know, but you're confident it is.
I promised to throw in a map, he will get a map.
Exactly. So, you spend the 2 weeks as you do. Would you take your caravan itself back to Dagholt? Or would you... Because you have no magical way of getting there.
That's true. But driving a caravan by myself, it's... I might just, hitchhike with whatever caravans are leaving, since, the rest of my caravan is spread.
Sure, absolutely. Let's have a look. Yeah. Madame Carphenot. But of course, Miet, we will give you a lift to wherever you need to be. And perhaps you and... was there a particular tabaxi you got chummy with? Feel free to make up a name.
No, the way I figure it was, yeah, it was just trying her chances. She doesn't want to know.
Okay,
Because
fair enough.
it's a case of like if one triggered more frequently, there's a higher chance of that being the father. In this case,
gotcha.
no, it is proper order to not know.
Fair enough. Okay, so you leave with Madame Carphenot. Other people leave before. Generally, she would be the last to leave as the elder. Madame. And yeah, you spend the next sort of week travelling with her and her boy toys, including Brel. And you, yeah, make it back to Daghold. So I've got about a week's worth of time in Daghold without Miet. Would it between Celeste leaving and Miet coming back? We've got about a week there. So, what would anybody like to do in that time? If there's sort of just everyday humdrum things, we can just move on to Miet coming straight back. That's not a problem.
Nothing special I want to do. I'm just trying to make babies.
There's a lot of that going about.
Yeah.
Friends would continue writing his book, but he would make 2 special visits. One to Yorick.
Okay.
And he would have detached sort of 3 of the scales just under his heart.
Okay.
And he would give 1 to Yorick, and the other 2 would go to Gus and Dell.
Right.
And because he's getting ready to go home.
Okay.
But so we get them all together and say, well, so I'm about ready to go home, and I think I'm going to take a leaf out of Shine's book, maybe have a rest. But should you ever need me and Shine again, and he'll just hand 1 to each of them, just call for us and we'll be there.
Righto. How are you getting back?
Well, I thought I was going to ask Miss Melissa if she could, teleport me, but I mean, if you aren't too busy, Gus and Del, maybe you'd like to come with me for a while, see the
Sure.
island.
I mean, we can have a family outing. You can ride on our backs if you want.
I mean, if that's okay with you, I would like that very much. And then, you've been all very nice and introduced me to your family, and I could introduce you to mine.
That'd be really nice. Nice little holiday. I've got to get some rest after the honeymoon.
But Yorick, I'm serious, if you ever need me in Shine, just call for us, and we'll be there.
Goes both ways, mate.
And he'll basically physically pick Yorick up in a big, huge hug,
Cool.
and then put him back down. And I
Definitely squeeze as hard as I can, without trying to make it look like I'm squeezing as hard as I can. Just like you can pick me up, but I can break your back. Oh, it's good. Let's get him off.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I just need to finish this, and then sort of maybe in about a week's time I'll be ready to go.
Okay.
Yep, you just shout when you're ready and we can all go for a nice trip.
Okay. So, with Ferenz working on his book, after having distributed these 3 scales, is there anything else needs to happen in that week, or no? Okay.
Where's Trellador at the minute?
Yeah, I did send you a message, Chaz. I don't know.
Oh,
if you've
sorry.
seen.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, we'll just check in with Trelador and see what his thoughts, what his plans are.
So above the table, I wrote this because I was very busy at work and I had a funeral to organise and stuff. So this I've done like an epilogue, and then if anything comes of it, like any stories people want to do, we can go from there. So
Fair
that's
enough.
my little.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we have a quick break first? Then we can start that. Sorry, just because I was just
No,
conscious of
I need a drink.
at the time. You're going to need some lubrication to get that going properly. So yeah, we'll have a little break. Some interesting things that have happened. Liking this episode as well. These epilogue episodes just seem to, every one of them, I think, oh, you can't get better than that, and then we do it again. It's like, this is so cool. So anyway, we will take a quick break. If you're new here, go and have a lovely time. If you've been here before, also go and have a lovely time. If you think you're new but you're not really sure whether you are or not, then have a lovely time. We'll be right back. welcome back to Damage Does D&D. We pick up with Trelador wanting to tell us about his plans.
So it seems we have reached a crossroads in our journey. I'm not sure where I will go from here. There seems to be a few odd projects that people are finishing. I doubt I'd be asked to help. It might be strange or weak to admit, but I've developed quite a fondness for these people, even if it isn't reciprocated. I think I will go back to the forest. It still doesn't feel like home right now, but it's the closest I have. I need to learn what it means to be High Guardian, Protector of all, and Commander of Nature after all. I have a sneaking suspicion that it just isn't for me. The forest is about roots and being static, and I've learned that I don't belong anywhere, so I travel. Maybe my sister would make a better leader. I would tell her, but she'd never let me forget it, but I think I'd contact her in the near future and see how she feels about taking over on a more permanent footing, if that is even possible, but I'm sure I'll work it out. It has been a journey. People say I haven't changed, but I think I have. I have met numerous people and refrained from immediately murdering them. I have learnt to nod in polite conversation even when it bores me to tears and I couldn't care less. I have learnt about loss, mainly axe loss, and what it means to move past that and come out stronger. I have allowed my companions to become acquaintances, which is a big step. I mean, the friendship test was just around the corner, but alas, here we part ways. I have changed. I mean, I was a dwarf called Sprocket for a short time. I say I've changed, but I've also learned that I cannot change. Recently, I have been trying to be what other people want me to be. It doesn't work. I am what I am, and no amount of smiling or growing a beard or becoming a 2-foot gnome dwarf is going to change what I am inside. I have been trying to change for reorcs, for Zenariel, for others. But why? I started to care what people think of me. I cannot change things, and I need to accept that. I am many things, but, well, I am many things. So I will leave them. I will miss them in a way. It's been a long while since we met, and Celeste fell through the ceiling in that inn, and many things have happened since. They've all tried to teach me something. Some more successful than others, but I will remember the lessons they tried to impart. Any regrets? No. Well, maybe one. I regret the last few weeks and how my acquaintanceship with Yorick has suffered by my actions. He is someone I respect. Maybe I'll leave in the night. I'm not one for goodbyes or, well, any conversation really. I found writing these thoughts down have helped me. One day I might be brave enough to show you these collection of thoughts. I have been collecting them for some time for you, my dear Florian.
Oh.
And then I will gather up all of the letters I've written, which are all my write-ups, which I've done over the 2 weeks, the 2 years. Put them in a box.
And burn them.
And just put like a bit of paper on top saying to Florian, and then I will try and leave Daghold in the night.
Okay. Okay. Make me a
Nature check.
Give me a stealth check. I'll say you can do it with advantage because the Scalebag Manor is used to people moving about at all times of day and night.
That is... Oh, that's pretty good for me. With advantage, thank God. It's 21.
21. Nice. So let's see. Well, Florian certainly doesn't notice you.
Yeah, well, it's probably on the floor.
And Celeste isn't there to notice you, so...
Is me attacking that gold from
Not yet.
Teleport leaves?
No. Not yet.
I probably did it on purpose when I knew Celeste wasn't there because
Very
she sees all.
probably. So who would be the last? So
You
Gus.
just be my passive.
I mean, my forensics passive is 32.
Jesus.
Ferenz.
Mine too.
You're not sure why, but you awaken one night, about 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days after Celeste left, and you hear somebody moving deliberately stealthily. Now, this is unusual because people wander around this house or this manse all the time, which is probably what it calls your attention to it. But by the time you get yourself together and awake and come to see, you don't see anyone there. Whoever it was has gone. So you return to sleep. It's a fairly usual thing that somebody is moving around. It's just weird that they were being stealthy, or at least trying to, in your opinion. So I'll say that you successfully make it out of Scalebane Manor and out of the city using tunnels you've used before to go towards the forest.
Yeah, I'll probably go to the nearest town and kind of. I don't know where
There
the
aren't
nearest.
any towns
Okay.
between Daghold and the forest of Drummond.
I don't really want to head towards the forest.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Anywhere, the opposite direction. I probably want to just head to the nearest town and just find
Okay,
somewhere
so-
to settle down and.
Yeah, I mean the nearest city is Kleinwater,
Yeah, I'll go there.
which you've been there before. That's not a problem.
Yeah, that where we started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably find some sort of poetic, the end is the beginning and all that, and I'll probably end up back at the inn with the hole in the ceiling.
There is no hole in the ceiling. She did not fall through the ceiling.
And I'll probably just get a drink and I'll look around at all the, people looking for acquaintances to accompany them on their journeys.
Okay,
And
so
I'll
we'll say
start-
that it takes you a few days to get to Kleinwater. You rock up at the Claw and Hammer, which is the inn that we started at. Not much has changed. It's still the Claw and Hammer. You notice that the city is faring better now that the threat of war is not upon it. Trade with Giffield appears to be not thriving, but certainly opened up once more. Yeah, and you make your escape to Kleinwater.
I'll just go back to being a bit of a sellsword. Always feeling a little bit empty. It doesn't quite compare to the acquaintances I've been with last year. I will not make any effort to contact the forest, but I imagine at some point Galinta will contact me, and then we will just discuss.
Yeah, in fact, you've been in Kleinwater a while, a couple of days, and you get a message. Trinidor, Glinter, as you know, I've messaged you before, don't ignore me. You can answer this message. Please come back to the forest. You are needed. Also,
Yes.
Celeste is here.
Hello, it's me. Sorry I didn't reply. I was in a dwarf place and I didn't have very good signal. We need to talk anyway, but how are you getting on with the forest?
Well, that's why I messaged. You need to come back. The forest
What?
is... Well, the forest is growing back and it is thriving, but it needs the warden. It needs you.
I mean, you've kind of been acting as warden.
Yeah, but it's not growing as fast as it should. And plus,
How would you feel?
I want to go back to my studies. The arcane is what I'm good at.
Well, I wouldn't say good at, but
Hey,
it was possible.
hey, I shielded an entire forest.
Well, I stopped a war and saved everyone, so
Yeah,
know.
not with
we've all-
magic though. You're useless at that.
Well, yes,
Quite.
I guess.
So come back
How
to
would
the
you
forest.
feel about being the warden on a bit more of a long-term basis? It suits you, and it's power and
No, thank you.
authority. And I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I'm not the warden. The forest didn't choose me. The forest chose you. I'm looking after it whilst you go and save the world. Having done that, your responsibility is back here with the forest.
Hmm.
And I'm sure if you ask your friend Ferenz, he will tell you the same thing.
Well, I'll come back and visit, and we'll go from there.
Okay, make it soon though, yes?
Yes, I'll be there definitely within the next decade or two.
Trellador, no.
That was a joke. I've learnt to joke, you see. I've learnt many things.
Good, that's good. Also, Shield tells me she gave you some pointers, so that would be good if you could come back and put those into practice.
Oh, yeah. I definitely remember all of that.
Oh, you don't want your advantage anymore. Gotcha.
I don't understand what an advantage is.
That was above the table, Chaz. So.
I know. Okay, I will see you shortly.
Excellent. I can arrange for teleportation, depending on where are you?
It doesn't matter where I am. I will get there soon. You don't need to teleport me. I need to think about this as I travel back.
Okay. When the message just ends.
I will probably stay in Cloudwater for a couple more days, and then I will reluctantly head back to the forest, where I seem to be my prison for the end of time. And I will become the most...
Not necessarily.
I will become an all-powerful warden, slightly begrudgingly, but I probably will grow into the role as I realise it comes with an immense amount of power and responsibility.
Oh,
and
absolutely. It comes with huge amounts of power.
I also have visions of Trellador walking through the forest, and every now and again he gets too big for his boots, so the forest basically slaps him up the back of the head with a large tree branch.
Yeah, we have an interesting relationship, based on mutual respect.
Yeah, and sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and me and Celeste get on really well. We fall in love. No, I'm joking.
That I can't really say.
I will probably spend my time trying to avoid Celeste as much as possible, but now that we share a forest, it's going to be very difficult.
Well, I mean, you can busy yourself with important warden of the forest duties.
Yeah, we'll always be, speak to my secretary.
Not like I'm going to come looking for you.
You would. You see everything.
So
you would.
I'd see you in passing, but I wouldn't deliberately look for you.
Let's wind time back a little bit.
Yeah.
So, the morning after Trellador disappears, Florian, you awake and find a box with your name written on a piece of paper in Trellador's handwriting.
Yeah, I'd open the box and just see what is in there.
So you open that box, you read that letter, as it were, as to what Trellador's thoughts are at that point. Would you like to react to that?
Yeah, I think I feel a little bit let down at first, and again annoyed that it doesn't seem like he has tried to change that much as he's sneaking off in the middle of the night to get away from us. But would respect his wishes and may or may not try to visit Drummond some point in the near future.
Okay.
But would keep hold of the letters and would keep hold of everything that he's written down and given to me in the box. And I'd go through them, I'd read them, and just, yeah.
Okay.
Still looking for that hope that it is just an act that he can't tell a lie, tell apart from his real self in the act.
Okay. So, with that being said, do you tell anybody else that this is what Trelator's done, or do you keep it secret?
I think we've known each other enough now that I would let the group who were there let the group know. Yeah.
So, you tell this to the rest of the group. And a couple of,
Bloody door.
yeah, and a couple of days later, Miette arrives back in Daghold, looking different slightly,
Glowing, is she?
yeah, bit like Del
What's he
is.
heard?
A little bit of a sort of glow about the pair of them.
Melissa is having to visibly contain her excitement.
They're cursed. Kill them both.
I could be.
You need to drown all the ginger dragons, obviously. Can't have any more.
Okay. So, let me see. Yeah, I think I wrote that down somewhere. So, yes, Miette is back in Daghold. Do you return Florian's map?
Yes.
Okay.
Not
Well-
straight away now, mind. So I don't seek him out to do that as first thing.
Right.
First thing I would do would be to seek out. I suppose I go see Sybil first because I'd expect her to still be in charge of the city, and find out who's newly in charge of the city because I need an office.
Okay. Sybil tells you she is not in charge of the city anymore, but will happily give you an office in Scalebane Manor if that's what you require, or do you require something outside of Scalebane Manor?
No, in Scalebell Manor would suit me
She
perfectly fine.
absolutely shows you to an older part of the manse where there's still furniture and stuff in it, but it's very rarely used. So, yeah. All right, my lovely, you can have this. This could be your office. It's got a door and everything, so you could
I mean,
just
it's fine for visitors to come here for business.
Of course.
Excellent.
Well,
Thank you.
Like you're not getting anything too shady, right?
Oh no, this is all above board.
That's all
I
right.
want to have a base of operations for the treading waters to come to, so we can re-establish trade networks in Helloran.
Right, I see. Well, in that case, it might be better to have one on the sort of outskirts of the city. Well, actually,
yes.
no. This was the way, but that would be wrong, wouldn't it? Keeping
Maybe we
trade
could try something
outside.
different.
We should allow traders to come into the city. That is a very good idea. Yes, we will keep it here to start with, and then once it grows, we can then petition the council to give you a better building, and you can expand from there. That seems like a
Excellent
great
plan.
thing to do. So you're thinking of staying here long term, are you?
Well, for a while at least. I mean, wandering gusts are not known to settle down too much.
Well, that's
There will still be the urge to wander and such, but you know, it
right.
doesn't hurt to
Right.
have a base for operations.
Indeed. And is this because you're pregnant or not?
Oh no, that's incidental.
Right. Okay. Because like you are, aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. I hope.
Thought so. Right. Okay. So we're gonna have kits running about.
Yes.
That
Well,
would be
for a
fun,
little while, I
wouldn't it?
still dare to take them over.
Yeah. Awesome. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna get baby dragons, and I'll have grand kits to look after as well.
Yes, they'll be delighted to have you as a grandmama.
Oh, things are definitely looking up. Well, enjoy your new office. If you need anything, just shout, and I'll get Yorick or Gus to sort it out for you.
Thank you very kindly.
You're welcome, my dear. So, with that, Florian, when you get your map returned by Miette, make me. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Make me. Maybe a history check, please, or insight. Up to you.
You offered Fiddy an insight check, and you think he's not going to go for insight?
I mean, it's got to be a first, right?
I suppose.
But it's not today.
16 insight.
16 insight. This is not the map you drew. This is a very, very good copy.
It's a very good copy.
It's a very, very good copy. The artwork is beautiful and the lines are very clean. Possibly better than your lines, but it is a copy. It's not the original.
But everything is still on it as to what I had.
Yeah, according to your notes and what you remember, yeah, it looks absolutely identical, but it's a copy. But not in your hand. You didn't draw this.
Okay. Madame.
Yes? Oh, Madam Carvenon sends her regards.
Oh. Thank you. Why has someone put in so much time and effort to make, from what I can tell, a better version of my map and give it to me and not give me my map back?
Is this one not good enough? I mean, we can try, but the caravans have all scattered now. I'm not sure where the original would be.
No, I'm just a little bit confused as to why.
But we have to make copies for all the caravans. Everybody needs their own copy.
Oh, well, definitely. I'm glad you made use of it like that. At least they can see where we've been, where the passages are, and where they can go.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think if you come to the gathering next year, which will probably be back up the north, you should visit again because we will have more details from the land masses over here.
And what land masses are you pointing at?
Probably the northern landmass that we've already been to a little bit, as in this group has been to.
Yeah, so Fadria and all the rest of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Sure.
You'll be
Get
able
in
to share
touch.
notes with the what was his name again? Map maker.
Brel.
Brel. You'll be able to share notes with Brel and compare where each of you has travelled.
Yeah, definitely. If it helps, I'll do that next year then. Thank you. And we'll just kind of like pause and just be that little bit perplexed. But then also think, well, yeah, there was probably many a maps made and my one just didn't make it back to my hands.
Yep. I mean, it's a very, very good map still.
Yeah, I think at some point, with just sort of like a bit of, well, a lot I don't know at the minute, but just would look the map over and look at what is better, what they've done, and then with spare pieces of paper practice those with my
I think it's just
practice
the...
those, that line drawing and
Yeah.
that more definition and the topography of it all and everything. yeah, and just to take in that information.
Probably
Absolutely.
find that the other guy was too embarrassed to give such a bad rendition of a map back to you, so he made it better and gave a new one.
Could be. Or
I
he just
wasn't sure if you
wanted the
were.
original.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
I joined late. I found out my lover's gone missing, and I've just been told I'm shit at drawing maps.
I didn't say you were shit at drawing maps. I was defaulting to the wandering Gus rule of, well, as long as one person has it, then nobody's stolen anything.
Yeah.
And also, the IOU said that she owed you one map. She didn't say she owed you your map.
This
That's
is
very true.
Very true. But yeah, I'll take it, and I'll take the notes on it, and
Yeah.
and then anything I add to it, I'll try and copy, not exact,
Yeah,
obviously,
it's,
but my
it's not that
flourish and embellish on it.
it's just the style is more crisp
Hand.
and clean.
Yeah.
Rather than because you made it in a hurry, and then when you refined it, it was just you've never had the time to sit down like Brel did for some hours and just redraw the whole thing.
It's like Hero Monk defending the world, or guy whose job it is to be pretty and draw maps.
Yeah.
Not weighted equally.
I mean, you could always apply for that job, so that's fine.
Madame Carfron would totally take you on.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
she would.
I do know that.
Okay, so with that being done, unless there's anything else we want to do, he's now approaching the time where Gus and Dell are going to give Ferenz a lift back to Shine Island. Does anybody else wish to go with? Or is this just a say goodbye at Daghold and then they go?
Yeah, what's the vibe? What's the vibe from Friends? Obviously, you're going to stay there, but like, is it like a come and join and see? Because if that's the case, I think Florian would go so he could. I wouldn't say add a trail to exactly where all of the dragons are, but so he in his head he's got that point of reference in the world of where it is.
Yeah, Friends is pretty much an open book. He wants, he's happy for you to come meet his family. For all intents and purposes, you are family, so he's just kind of introducing you to the rest of the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melissa would come along to aid in her procrastination.
Absolutely.
She's putting stuff off.
Would Dell have a baby or lay an egg?
Well, we'll
Yes.
find out.
Okay.
And I'm leaning towards eggs, plural at the moment.
The clutch.
Yeah.
Time to use an egg.
So, Gus and Dell and Bridris are all happy to take whoever wishes to go with Ferenz to Shine Island. Who's going? Melissa? Florian? Anyone else? No? Okay.
Pretty much it for the
Unless
vacant
you-
ones.
Yeah.
I would give party apologies, but a bit busy at the moment.
No, Friends would completely understand, and he's got 2 versions of the book, and he will give one to Yorick, just for safekeeping. And if you want to have a bit of a read, go ahead.
I can't read.
But you do a lot of writing, though.
It's just
You
we've
see-
established it's just scribble. Can't remember if we established that last time or the time before, but we definitely did.
It's just like chisels and hammers and stuff. I'm just doodling.
Well, maybe if you ask Miss Sybil nicely, she'll read you. She'll read it to you and the wee ones.
I'm really joking. I can read, and I look forward to getting stuck in.
Well, this is a goodbye, Mr. Yorick, but it's I'll see you again.
Yeah.
And yet you're not going either.
It's a case of only if I could guarantee that I was back in Daghold for kidnapping. And I don't know how long the bit's going to take, because, Dell and Gus might decide, hey, this is Dragon Island, this would be a good place to have a clutch.
I mean, it could well be. So,
And then, fly back as a swarm of dragons, which would be kind of awesome.
yes. So, you're going to stay and... Yeah,
And promise to visit friends later.
Establish your trade routes and contacts and, yeah.
And caravan routes and
get in touch with
use
the
ruffled
embassy,
furs
maybe.
and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
And before he leaves, he'll go to Miette and sort of, again, he'll just give her a bit more of a delicate hug than he gave Yorick, because he doesn't want to, damage her in her form. And then you'll just see his hand glow for a moment, and she'll have this little mote of light just seep into her a little bit. Just a little something for the wee ones.
Thank you. You're the soul of kindness.
Well, we've got to look after you all. It's kind of, that doesn't end right here. But again, I next time I see you, I hope to have some of the mischievous wee ones running around.
They will be honoured to be able to call you uncle.
I mean, we'll all be furry, so that would be, quite fun.
They will be able to question you about why you're a different colour to us. And I'll leave it to you to explain that one.
They might be quite interested as to why I'm scaly too, but again, that's quite a nice story, so I look forward to telling them. Right. So I don't want to keep Mr. Gus and Miss Dell waiting, because, they've got things to do.
Okay. So.
And he will join his travelling companions.
Okay. You each, Gus and Dell, take their dragon form, as does Beatrice. And you each ride atop a dragon for the flight to Shine Island, which is a fair old way, but with the dragons coasting a lot of the way using thermals, etc., it is a fairly relaxing flight. You don't feel at any point that you're going to fall off or there's any danger, and you see things that you wouldn't normally see travelling the surface. You see in the ocean, for example, there are huge shapes that move around under the water. What they are, who knows? There are, as you get closer to Shine Island, you can see the beautiful coral reefs and the waves that they produce, which, produces such good surfing on this island. And as you dive down into the almost tropical warmth of the island, as you land on the beach onto the sand, friends, you are finally, after many adventures, home.
Yep. Yeah. Over the time, obviously, Friends has subtly changed, so there's a bit more of a draconic aspect to his snout, and his horns are slowly turning to crystal.
Yeah.
And he just walks up the beach. Is there anybody about?
As you walk up the beach, I think you find that there are a few sort of... Looks like there's been a few of the younger ones surfing. They sort of stop and see dragons and get very excited. Start sort of...
My dudes!
Dudes! It's just the sight of these sort of soaking wet furballs running up the beach going, dude, is quite spectacular, because there's just sodding wet fur everywhere, water flashing, and sand being kicked up, and all this bonkers. I mean, you've been travelling with friends, but that, I think, his sort of dudeness has been tempered by you all, and once he's back amongst the dudes, the surf bros, it gets almost incomprehensible to you. As they're all going, dude.
Yeah, and he just basically just picks the whole group of them up in a large, huge hug.
Yeah, and basically that is reciprocated. Each one of them takes a turn to pick the whole group up as if it's some sort of competition of strength.
So, my dudes,
Dude,
could
yeah.
you do you know where the priesty dudes are? I need to speak to him.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you've obviously changed a bit, but you've been away and probably can't surf properly anymore because you're rubbish. But like, we'll take you to the temple because you know the Shine Temple is like it's still there. We ain't moved it or anything.
Also, I might not be able to surf as well as you guys anymore because I'm a bit older, but
Yeah, you're totally gnarly, dude.
I've flown on a dragon and you haven't.
I mean, that is true and righteous. That's what we like to say. Yeah, they are. One of them? You can see one of them's going right up to Gus. Have you changed back yet, Gus? Or are you still a dragon?
Well, if they're fawning over us, I'd probably stay as a dragon for now.
So they're like, there's one of them's just like looking at Gus. It's like getting right up close. Dude, you are awesome. Your colour is just amazing. I've never seen anything like this. This is just like totally radical.
It's so righteous. He's the only one of his kind that colour.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah.
We should do like real good art of him and like put it up in the temple and say, look, this dude visited in the date of, what is the date? Anyone know what date? Nope. None of them know what the date is.
Right.
So cool.
Yeah,
Right, anyway, temple, right? So, the sort of leader amongst them, the sort of tallest ones, is right. If my lords and lady dragons would like to come this way, you can come to Shine Temple and be worshipped righteously as is your right. And he sort of starts to lead you up through a fairly well trodden pathway through the jungle towards what essentially is Ferenz's home town. Not really more of a village, but there are small villages dotted all over that island.
Would anybody, as he walks through, because obviously he's still got the staff and it's sort of sprouted a little bit more as he goes through, but it's still that same black ironwood with the purple crystal shot through. Would anybody recognise it as he walks through?
Very probably. The local sort of priest would come out with all this kerfuffle going. Oh, dude! Friends! Whoa! That's so cool. I like the staff. It's getting so groovy.
Well, it was a gift from Shine, and you know he woke up.
Yeah. He's back to sleep now, by the way.
Yeah, I did that, and I'm sorry.
Hey, dude, we got over it, okay? There was like righteous mass destruction, but it was cool because we managed to rebuild everything. I mean, look around you, dude. We build our houses on stilts for a reason.
So righteous.
You know, so they're easy to rebuild. We're not stupid. Just because we live by the sea and go surfing all day.
I as a present for the temple, but you can't have this one. You've got to make a copy of it. Okay?
Sure. What is it?
It's a book detailing all of my learnings. You know, in the other big place.
The rest of the world,
where
right?
Shine. Yeah, you know where Shine sent me on my totally righteous, quest.
Indeed, we all thought you just drowned because you went out one day and you never came back. We were like, oh, that's so bad, man. We held a ceremony for you, but then after a while, Shine told us you was alive, so we was like, righteous, what a dude. And he said like you was doing special investigating, which is amazing. And now you've brought the investigation book. That's amazing. We will copy it and study it, and then we will learn how to surf away from the island, but come back when we need to.
That would be totally righteous. I think some peoples could do with learning how to chill out a bit more. And, there's a
Right.
few towns right on the coast that you could probably set up a totally righteous surf shop.
Dude, that would be amazing. So anyway, sorry, we've been really rude here, man. Like, you've got
Oh,
like friends
sorry,
with
sorry.
you
Yeah,
and
sorry.
dragons.
I was the rude one. I didn't introduce them. So, introducing the first one, which is the lovely Miss Dell. She is of the Emerald Persuasion.
You
There
are
is
a
the
beauteous, righteous lady.
totally epic and lovely Onyx lady over here. Her name is Bridris.
Bridris, it is an honour to be in your presence.
And then the ginger fellow right here, this is Mr. Gus.
Gus, you are a totally righteous dude. And I don't say
Also-
that to everyone. Well, I do, but this means differently. Like,
But I would also like to point out that Mr. Gus, he's the only one of his kind.
I mean, we've never heard of a ginger dragon before. I mean, Onyx and Emerald, no offence, ladies, but we have heard of your types. We have never heard of a ginger dragon.
So,
And you've got, like, dudes. Like, but smaller. And, like, totally beautiful people.
oh yeah, sorry. These are also some of my travelling companions. This is Miss Melissa. She's the lady with the big scythe.
She
don't
is
know her.
amazing. You are amazing, if I may
Sorry.
say so.
The
Thank you.
shovel.
I
she's got.
say the same in return. Y'all are very
Oh,
impressive.
right.
This is Mr. Florian. So,
Good name.
He's-
I like that. Florian. Just flows like the water, man.
well, he might
Thank
be able to help you with your those really rudimentary maps that we had in the temple that didn't really
Yeah.
show much except to what was the island. He could
Yeah.
probably help you there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
got, like-
he's a truly righteous cartographer. I think that's how you say it.
I didn't know he's got fur, but okay. That's cool, man.
And also, I would just like to say, I got a gift from Cheyenne. Ha!
Dude, you're part dragon. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, I will totally love sitting down with you and taking some time to tell you all about my adventures, what I've learned, and then obviously you can read the rest in the book, and then what Shine was like, because I've met him, I've been in his presence. And then basically, like, Florence just gets really dude bro for about
Yeah.
3 seconds.
And it is all sort of like, brrr, none of you can understand a word that's being said. It's just,
Yeah.
It just devolves into sort of like,
And so up on the side of the mountain, as close to where Shine's resting as possible, does there happen to be a cave of some kind that I could make to my home?
dude, of course.
Because
We look, we were told you were coming back at some point and that you wanted a cave. It came to us in a vision. Well, it was like more of a dream, but so it was in the
Was it-
daytime, so like we weren't asleep, but we were like chilling, and there was a dream, and then a voice went, "Oi, dudes, make sure there's a cave free for when Friends comes home." We're like, "Whoa, that's really righteous. We should do that." So we did. And yeah, he leads you up to a cave on the mountainside. Just sort of, there's a small pathway that leads down into a larger cave entrance, which is the resting place of Shine, where they make offerings and go to seek guidance and wisdom, like they used to do, like you used to do,
Yeah.
when Shine was just a dream.
Yeah. So Friends will introduce his companions to the rest of the main people in the village. He's mums plural because there's about 8 of them.
Yeah.
And he will leave them to obviously get acquainted with the people in the village and things like that,
Yeah.
and just let them
I mean, literally,
absorb the culture.
picture like it's basically, the village is basically a huge tiki bar with all that entails. There is drinking, there is food, there is good
It's like a
times.
tiki bar
Everybody's chill.
crossed with a tiki bar
tiki
crossed
bar,
with a hippie commune.
hippie commune. Yeah, literally. And everybody is very, very chill and very nice and very friendly. And anything you need, you get. And any questions you have are answered to the best of their ability.
So Friends will set up shop sort of in the room near to where, just off from where they go to speak to Shine, or whenever they need to. And then he would make sure that there's a special seam of crystal coming through, which is where he wants to settle. And he doesn't so much have a bed as such as a sort of meditation pit in the centre.
Yeah. Okay.
And he will continue to place out all the special crystal that he's got with the scales that he's retrieved over time, and these little keepsakes that he's been given by his friends over time, and the the things that he most values surround him.
And I think that what happens is the copies are made of your book, and they ask if they can put the original in Shine's shrine, as it were, on a plinth.
And he will,
and it's a crystal plinth that's made, and this book sits. It's not like right in the middle, but it's just off to the side, and it's like, people come and they read a chapter or two and they go away feeling better about themselves, and some do indeed eventually decide to leave the island and start to explore as they get that wanderlust on them. That
I do want to make this point that Ferenz hasn't pulled his punches in the book. Like, he has laid out the travails that were experienced in stark detail.
Yeah.
But it's through his lens about how he felt at the time. And because he doesn't want to lie to these people, he wants them to understand what a large undertaking this will be if they do go out into the world.
Yeah. And some of them sort of start reading and go, yeah, this is totally cool. And then by the time they finish, they go, you know what? I quite like this. I'm just going to stay here because it's cool. But a few, not a huge amount, but a few do eventually decide to, and they check in with you first and say, look, we're going to go explore. And
I would lend a hand on top of that as well by showing them the map that I have of Helloran, alas the world, and beyond it, and also then help in creating this map of Shine Island, and also if it's okay to add Shine Island to my map.
Yeah, I mean, Shine Island's already on your map, but you can certainly fill in the detail that wasn't there before.
Yeah,
because you've only got like Ferentz's remembrance of where some villages, and some villages have moved because of the necessity of the uproar that Shine caused when he awoke. But we've got, you can travel, spend the time travelling around. You can teach. There's a couple of furbolgs that want to learn how to make better maps, and ask if you would teach them.
Everything I know at the minute, I would definitely lay it down for them, and I would then also point out, obviously, I would have, having the time, would have probably read the book as well, and gone through that and just seen everything through Ferenz's lenses, and then pointed out sort of like about Redport and the places where we were, where there was the most danger, but now they have overcome that as such, for as far as we were aware, because the people who ruled them in that way are no longer there. and then we'll probably just point out the odd one or two bits, like the cave up north, where it is potentially a gateway to the hells. And be like, maybe be a
not
bit
there.
careful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. So as the days turn into weeks, as you are sunning yourself and relaxing, surfing, chilling, Dell does indeed have her clutch of eggs.
Mama daddy.
Can you roll a d8 for me, please?
Yep, I can do that.
How many?
7.
7. Wow. You are a father of 7.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Well, my mum did want loads of grandbabies.
she did indeed.
Idris is going to have a lot of big sister duties.
Yeah, she is. I will say that they come out a mix of emerald, full ginger, and half.
Emerald ginger.
I thought you were about to say they come out a mix of half human, half dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stumpy dragons that have just got big beards.
Where would you have gotten into the mix?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
dwarf, sorry. Dwarven.
Eccentric brain.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that happens. So we leave that just for a minute and just travel back to Daghold, where some kits are being born. Now, the kits. I wonder if you wouldn't mind describing what these kits look like, Miette, as you.
No. It's important to note that, just as a refresher, the Wandering Gusts are tabby cats, grey tabbies, and the Threading Waters are grey and white spotted cats, quite distinct. And the kittens don't come out as tabbies. I mean, they have tabby parts, but there's also some black and white splotches and some orange splotches, and you've never seen an orange tabaxi on these islands. But yeah, they all come out mixed, little dots of colour all over them.
And I would also like you to roll a d8, please.
Gus once had an orange tail, didn't he?
He did. Wonder who gave you that.
I still have that. But
3.
it's got a dragon tip on.
Okay, so you've got one mixed tabby spots, one more tabby than spotty, and then the other more spotty than tabby. But the middle one is the one with the orange markings and the stripy tail that ends in a black tip.
Tigger.
It's not Tigger. Oh no.
Wrong universe. Fiddy. No, we have Fiddy. Martin. Nope.
No,
I'm gonna shut up now because I clearly don't know names.
We lost friends. Okay.
Ginny, fine.
Yes, I shall just name all the people that are here.
Yes, name everyone. So, as you decide to, unless there's anything else you want to do on the island before you leave, I'll say that you say your goodbyes to friends and fly back to be greeted by Sybil and Miette holding 3 kittens as you walk into Scalbane Manor. One with these odd mixture of colourings. It's very strange. Nobody has seen an orange tabby before. It's a lot of world firsts going on here with colouring.
As soon as I see the ginger cat, I'll turn to Dale and say, that was nothing to do with me.
Dale's like,
I confirm. I can confirm. Gus was not one of the people I slept with at the gathering.
Dale's like, I knew Gus wouldn't do that. Not unless you told him to, anyway. It's a joke, I'm just saying it's a joke. So, as we strangely end up back in Daghold once more, with the church being ramped up once more, the trade centre welcoming treading waters to Baxi Inn. Amongst others, there is an orc delegation who have heard that somebody called Madame Miette is operating out of Daghold, and perhaps they should go see her. They tell you a hooded figure came to them and advised that a good business opportunity was to be had. You, from the description, decide that the embassy is now putting your name about and drumming business up for you, which is interesting,
Nice.
but at the same time worrying, because what
It's
are
always
they
good to
getting
have
out of?
a legitimate business front for any operation.
So yeah, you're just wondering when the call will come to maybe hide something in amongst the legitimate business.
Yeah, resume one's duties.
Yeah. So, I think we could leave it there for this evening, as it's 10 to 10. And we've got, again, a huge amount done. We have Celeste in the forest with her family, happily teaching druidcraft to those that wish to know about it. We have Gus and Dell and all the baby dragons romping about in Daghold.
Uncle Yorick, obviously, babysitting.
Every now and again, yes, Uncle Yorick babysitting, but generally that
Yep.
falls upon Sybil, who will fight anybody to be able to do it.
Should you really? No, I was going to say you should really leave members of the clergy with children.
Now.
Well, that's humankind, not dwarvenkind.
We have Madame Miette, ensconced in Scalebane Manor, running what appears to be a burgeoning business empire, which is interesting. We have Trelador, who knows where, but eventually back in the forest. We have Ferenz back home on Shine Island. So we've only got a couple of people to talk to. Maybe next time. That would be Melissa and Florian. Because Melissa keeps putting it off.
I've actually sent you the thing.
Oh, you have? Okay, cool. I'll have a read of that. So, thank you very
I'll have a
much
bit
for...
more
Sorry?
as well.
Yeah, I
I'll have
know
a bit.
you'll have a bit more, and maybe Trelador will be involved in that too. We don't know yet. So, thank you very much for playing. Again, it wasn't really a sort of dice-heavy session because we're wrapping things up. These are epilogues. They're not meant to be combat. It's more a case of what story you would like for your beloved character before we leave them in their happy place, doing whatever it is they want to do. So, again, thank you very much for playing. I hope you're enjoying these tales of the end times. Sounds a bit weird to put it like that,
I
but
think it's really good because we played them for so many years. Rather than just stopping, it's nice just to tie things up
yeah,
and
I think so.
think of them, living happy lives afterwards, after all the trials and travails.
The
You need
happy
to
ever
tie things
after.
up with 7 kids from the first clutch.
Yep.
And that is only the first clutch. Dragons live for a very long time.
Yep.
And of course, there could be more kits. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Maybe one of Gus's children will want to work with their uncle Yorick in the forge, providing the heat.
Could well be.
Huh?
Could well be.
See you.
So, yes. Thank you very much for playing. We're going to leave it there for tonight. We will be back next week for possibly the last one. Who knows? It could be. It could not be. We will find out, I guess, when we get there. So, if you liked it and you enjoyed watching, and we love you very much. You're fantastic. Please keep coming along. We think you're great. If you didn't like it, however, well, off you fuck.